Question number 1. It has been observed that the process of digestion is faster inside the too much than outside because. Options are 1. The digestive juices inside the stomach are acidic, while outside they are alkaline. 2. The amount of digestive juices produced in the stomach in the presence of food is much more. 3. The digestive juices when kept outside the stomach become inactive. 4. The food is churned in the stomach, thereby increasing the surface area for quicker enzyme action. Correct answer 4. Explanation. Digestion is faster in the stomach because the food is continuously churned, which increases its surface area. This allows digestive enzymes to act more quickly and efficiently. Question number 2. Cooked rice can be preserved for a longer time in a refrigerator because. Options are 1. Microbes become inactive at low temperature. 2. Microbes are destroyed and killed at low temperature. 3. Moisture content in the food is reduced at low temperature. 4. Refrigerators contain certain chemicals which kill the microbes. Correct answer 1. Microbes become inactive at low temperature. Explanation. At low temperatures, microbes become inactive and cannot grow or multiply. This slows down spoilage and helps preserve cooked rice for a longer time. Question number 3. A lemon sinks in normal water but floats in salty water because the density of. Options are 1. Salt water is more than normal water. 2. Normal water is more than salt water. 3. Lemon increases in salt water. 4. Lemon decreases in salt water. Correct answer 1. Salt water is more than normal water. Explanation. Salt water has higher density than normal water. Because of this increased density, it provides more upward force, buoyancy, allowing the lemon to float. Question number 4. Durga lives in a village and cooks food on a chulha, earthen stove, using wood or cow dung cakes as fuel. She has been suffering from severe cough for the last 3 months. This may be due to the. Options are 1. Carbon monoxide produced by burning fuel, which may have been deposited in her respiratory tract. 2. Soot produced by burning the fuels, which may have been deposited in her respiratory tract. 3. Smoke produced by burning fuels, which may have caused her allergy. 4. Old age and pollution inside and outside her hut. Correct answer 2. Soot produced by burning the fuels, which may have been deposited in her respiratory tract. Explanation. Burning wood or cow dung in a chulha produces soot, tiny black particles. These particles enter and deposit in the respiratory tract, causing persistent cough and breathing problems. Question number 5. The difference between boiling and evaporation is that. Options are 1. Boiling causes a change of state of water, while evaporation does not. 2. Evaporation can take place at any temperature while boiling cannot. 3. Boiling causes reduction in volume of liquid while evaporation does not. 4. Changing of boiling liquid into vapor can be seen, but evaporation cannot be seen. Correct answer 2. Evaporation can take place at any temperature while boiling cannot. Explanation. Evaporation can occur at any temperature, even at room temperature, while boiling happens only at a fixed temperature, boiling point. This is the key difference between the two processes. Question number 6. A farmer wanted to separate the grains from the chaff. This can be achieved by the process called. Options are 1. Threshing. 2. Winnowing. 3. Sieving. 4. Handpicking. Correct answer 2. Winnowing. Explanation. Winnowing is used to separate lighter chaff from heavier grains by blowing air. The light chaff flies away while the grains fall straight down. Question number 7. In rural areas, cow dung is used to coat the floor and walls of huts too. Options are 1. Make them smooth and clean. 2. Make them rough to increase friction. 3. Give a natural color to the floor. 4. Keep the insects away. Correct answer 4. Keep the insects away. Explanation. Cow dung coating helps keep insects away because it has natural antimicrobial and insect repelling properties, making the hut more hygienic. Question number 8. Meera and Divya are young girls. Meera likes to eat samosas, cutlets, and bread. Divya, on the other hand, eats an iron-deficient diet. Which of the following disorders are Meera and Divya likely to suffer from, respectively? Options are 1. Anemia and night blindness. 2. Obesity and anemia. 3. Obesity and scurvy. 4. Scurvy and anemia. Correct answer 2. Obesity and anemia. Explanation: Meera eats too many fried and oily foods, which may lead to obesity. Divya eats an iron-deficient diet, which commonly causes anemia. Question number 9. Vitamins are substances. Options are 1. Required as medicines to make us healthy. 2. That build muscles to keep us strong. 3. Required in small quantities to prevent deficiency diseases. 4. That increase our metabolic rate leading to loss of weight. Correct answer 3. Required in small quantities to prevent deficiency diseases. Explanation: Vitamins are needed in small quantities by the body to prevent deficiency diseases and keep us healthy. Question number 10. Chipko movement was strengthened under the leadership of. Options are 1. Amrita Devi Bishnoi. 2. Medha Patkar. 3. A.K. Banerjee. 4. Sundar Lal Bahuguna. Correct answer 4. Sundar Lal Bahuguna. Explanation: The Chipko movement, 1970s, was a forest conservation movement in Uttarakhand where villagers hugged trees to stop them from being cut. Sundar Lal Bahuguna played a key role in spreading and strengthening this movement through his leadership and awareness campaigns. Question number 11. Reena separated the garbage from her house into 2 piles as shown below. Options are Pile 1. Banana skin, vegetable peels, dried. Pile 2. Jam bottles, sauce, bottle used, toothbrush, tube plastic, toys. Reena has separated the garbage waste into 2 piles depending on the criteria. 1. Can be decomposed, cannot be decomposed. 2. Can be recycled, cannot be recycled. 3. Are household industrial waste. 4. Have odor, are odorless. Correct answer 1. Can be decomposed, cannot be decomposed. Explanation: Pile 1. Banana skin, vegetable peels, dried leaves, contains biodegradable waste that can decompose naturally. Pile 2. Jam bottles, toothbrush, plastic toys, toothpaste tube, contains non-biodegradable waste that cannot decompose easily. Question number 12. An egret bird is often seen on a buffalo's back. This is because the egret. Options are 1. Loves to sing while sitting on the buffalo's back. 2. Rests after flying for a while. 3. Feeds on parasites on the buffalo's back. 4. Feeds on insects present in the grass. Correct answer 3. Feeds on parasites on the buffalo's back. Explanation: The egret sits on the buffalo's back to eat ticks and other parasites found on the buffalo skin. This helps the buffalo stay clean, and the egret gets food, a mutual benefit relationship. Question number 13. Which of the following statements is not an objective of teaching EVS at the primary level? Options are 1. Arouse curiosity about the natural and social environment. 2. Engage in exploratory and hands-on activities that lead to the development of cognitive and psychomotor skills. 3. To load learners with terms and definitions for assessment. 4. To internalize the values of concern for life and environment. Correct answer 3. To load learners with terms and definitions for assessment. Explanation: EVS teaching at the primary level aims to develop curiosity, understanding, skills, and values, not to burden children with memorizing definitions. Option 3 goes against child-centered learning and is not an objective of EVS. Question number 14. The idea of showing a sample of a railway ticket in the EVS textbook is to. Options are 1. Give the students an idea of the rail fare. 2. Provide them the knowledge of various abbreviations used in the ticket. 3. Enhance the skills of students to arrive at conclusions. 4. Give them an opportunity to interact with real information and develop the skill of observation. Correct answer. 4. Give them an opportunity to interact with real information and develop the skill of observation. Explanation. In EVS, showing a real-life sample like a railway ticket helps children observe, explore, and understand real information. It builds their observation skills and connects learning to everyday life experiences. Question number 15. The concept of seed germination can be taught best by. Options are 1. Showing germinated seeds to the class and explaining the process of germination. 2. Presenting the germination stages through drawings on the board. 3. Asking the students to perform an activity to sow seeds, observe different stages, and draw them. 4. Showing photographs of seed germination. Correct answer. 3. Asking the students to perform an activity to sow seeds, observe different stages, and draw them. Explanation. Seed germination is understood best through hands-on experience. When students sow seeds, observe changes daily, and draw the stages, they learn by doing, which makes the concept clear, engaging, and long-lasting. Question number 16. Which one of the following is not an objective of including riddles and puzzles in the EVS textbook? Options are 1. To develop critical thinking ability in students. 2. To develop reasoning ability in students. 3. To confuse the mind of the students and let them enjoy the confusion. 4. To develop curiosity and ability to think creatively. Correct answer. 3. To confuse the mind of the students and let them enjoy the confusion. Explanation. Riddles and puzzles in EVS are meant to build critical thinking, reasoning, curiosity, and creativity. Their purpose is not to confuse students. Option 3 does not match the educational goals of EVS, so it is not an objective. Question number 17. As an EVS teacher, you plan to take the students to the zoo. Which of the following activities would you not allow the students to undertake? Options are 1. Collect photographs of the animals they expect to see at the zoo. 2. Take their drawing books along with them to draw what they see at the zoo. 3. Take along lots of eatables for the animals at the zoo. 4. Try to find out the food taken up by different animals at the zoo. Correct answer. 3. Take along lots of eatables for the animals at the zoo. Explanation. Students should never feed animals in the zoo because it can be harmful to the animals and is strictly prohibited. All other activities collecting photos, drawing, and observing animals' food habits are educational and encouraged. Question number 18. At the primary stage, assessments should consist of. Options are 1. Continuous and unstructured teacher observations to be shared with learners and parents. 2. Formal tests and games done every week and recorded in the report card. 3. Half-yearly and annual examinations at the end of the year. 4. Home assignments and class assignments every week to rate young learners under the categories of pass or fail. Correct answer. 1. Continuous and unstructured teacher observations to be shared with learners and parents. Explanation. At the primary level, assessment should be continuous, observation-based, child-friendly, and stress-free. Teachers observe children during activities and share feedback with them and their parents. Formal exams, weekly tests, and pass-fail grading are not suitable for young learners. Question number 19. Simple experiments and demonstrations can be performed in the EVS class. Options are 1. To enable children to learn on their own and sharpen their observation skills. 2. To follow what is being done in the senior classes. 3. To discuss ideas, record and analyze observations on the basis of questions raised by students. 4. To control the students to ensure discipline in the class. Correct answer. 1. To enable children to learn on their own and sharpen their observation skills. Explanation. Simple experiments in EVS help children learn by doing, observe changes, explore ideas, and build understanding independently. Options 2 and 4 are not valid reasons, and although 3 is partially correct, the primary purpose is to promote self-learning and observation, which is best captured in option 1. Question number 20. Which of the following statements about assignments is correct? Options are 1. Assignments need to be given as classwork followed by homework every day to provide variety and practice. 2. Assignments should be the only method of assessment. 3. Assignments provide learners an opportunity to search for information, construct their own ideas, and articulate them. 4. Assignments can be done by parents, brothers, or sisters depending on the talent that they possess. Correct answer. 3. Assignments provide learners an opportunity to search for information, construct their own ideas, and articulate them. Explanation. Assignments in EVS should help children explore, think, and express their own ideas. They're not meant to be daily burden, the only assessment tool, or something done by family members. Option 3 correctly reflects the educational purpose of assignments. Question number 21. The skills required to read a map include. Options are 1. Excellent drawing and painting skills. 2. Ability to use calculations and sketch positions on a globe. 3. Excellent communication skills to draw out the expressive ability. 4. Ability to understand relative position of places, distances, and directions. Correct answer. 4. Ability to understand relative position of places, distances, and directions. Explanation. Reading a map mainly requires the ability to interpret directions, N, S, E, W, understand the relative position of places, and estimate distances. Drawing, painting, or communication skills are not necessary for map reading. Question number 22. The use of poems and story telling to explain concepts in an EVS class helps too. Options are 1. Make the lesson enjoyable and interesting. 2. Promote the ability to imagine and explore the nature of the world at the local and global level. 3. Take care of the language and cultural diversity among learners. 4. Channelize the energies of the students in the right direction. Correct answer. 1. Make the lesson enjoyable and interesting. Explanation. Poems and storytelling help explain EVS concepts in a fun, engaging, and enjoyable way. They capture children's interest, making learning easier and more meaningful. Options 2 and 3 are additional benefits, but the main purpose is to make learning interesting and enjoyable. Question number 23. To make children aware of different kinds of fuel, a teacher can. Options are 1. Show pictures of fuels on a chart. 2. Ask children to list different fuels. 3. Show some samples of fuels in the class. 4. Discuss with children about possible kinds of fuel that can be used for cooking along with a short film. Correct answer. 4. Discuss with children about possible kinds of fuel that can be used for cooking along with a short film. Explanation. Option 4 uses a multisensory and interactive approach. Discussion plus visual learning, short film. This helps children understand better, relate to real-life situations, and explore different types of fuels meaningfully. Other options give information, but option 4 provides the richest learning experience. Question number 24. Giving importance to individual experiences of children in an EVS class will benefit the teacher. Options are 1. To know the unique experiences of children. 2. To help and improve the language and communication skills of the children. 3. To connect the subject to the learner's experiential world and promote reflection and learning. 4. To say her energy as children enjoy talking. Correct answer. 3. To connect the subject to the learner's experiential world and promote reflection and learning. Explanation. Using children's own experiences helps the teacher link EVS concepts to real-life situations, making learning meaningful, reflective, and easier to understand. Other options may happen as side benefits, but the main educational purpose is effective learning through personal experiences. Question number 25. Which of the following represents one of the objectives of teaching EVS at primary school? Options are 1. To make learners aware of technical terms and definitions. 2. To assess technical terms related to EVS. 3. To inform the learners about the books they should read to expand their knowledge. 4. To connect the experiences of the learners in school with the outside world. Correct answer. 4. To connect the experiences of the learners in school with the outside world. Explanation. A key objective of teaching EVS at the primary level is to relate classroom learning to real-life experiences. This helps children understand their environment better and learn meaningfully. Options 1 and 2 focus on technical terms, which is not the aim at the primary stage. Option 3 is not a core objective of EVS. Question number 26. A school planned an educational trip for Class V students to Rajasthan. What would be your expectation from the children during the visit? Options are 1. They should enjoy themselves. 2. They should observe keenly, make notes and share their observations with other students and the teacher. 3. They should note down their questions, if any, and ask the parents after reaching home. 4. They should observe everything without asking questions about it. Correct answer. 2. They should observe keenly, make notes and share their observations with other students and the teacher. Explanation. During an educational trip, children are expected to actively observe, think, ask questions, and share what they learn. This makes the trip meaningful and supports EVS learning. Simply enjoying, staying silent, or waiting to ask parents does not fulfill the educational purpose of the visit. Question number 27. After the lunch break, while teaching EVS, you find that students are not taking interest in the lesson. What would you do? Options are 1. Use audiovisual aids based on multiple intelligences to make the lesson interesting. 2. Change the topic immediately. 3. Take the children out to play in the ground. 4. Ask them to put their heads down on the desk and relax. Correct answer. 1. Use audiovisual aids based on multiple intelligences to make the lesson interesting. Explanation. After lunch, students often feel less energetic. Using audiovisual aids, activities, pictures, videos, or hands-on materials can immediately capture their attention. This aligns with multiple intelligences and makes learning engaging. Changing the topic, sending them out to play, or asking them to rest does not solve the problem of low interest in the lesson. Question number 28. Which one of the following groups are the words intimately related? Options are 1. Mosquito, dengue, iron, jaggery. 2. Mosquito, malaria, anemia, iron. 3. Iron, malaria, anemia, blood. 4. Iron, hemoglobin, anemia, amla. Correct answer 2. Mosquito, malaria, anemia, iron. Explanation. Mosquito transmits malaria. Malaria can cause anemia. Iron is related to treatment prevention of anemia. All 4 are linked in a clear chain. Question number 29. Aarti noticed the following directions related to prevention of spread of a disease on a poster. Options are A. Do not let water collect around you. B. Keep water pots, coolers and tanks clean. C. Spray oil if water has collected at some place. D. Use nets to protect yourself. The poster is aimed at creating awareness about the spread of 1. Typhoid and cholera. 2. Dengue and Japanese encephalitis. 3. Smallpox and malaria. 4. Dengue and eye flu. Correct answer 2. Dengue and Japanese encephalitis. Explanation. The directions: remove stagnant water, clean pots tanks, oil-pooled water, use nets, all target mosquito breeding control. So the poster warns against dengue and Japanese encephalitis, both mosquito-borne. Question number 30. Study the Venn diagram given below. Options are Venn diagram description. Circle A, animals on land. Circle B, animals that live in water. Circle C, Animals that lay eggs. Correct answer. 2. Crocodile. Explanation. The region marked X is the intersection of all three circles, meaning the animal must live on land, live in water, lay eggs. Let's check each option. Fish lives in water only, does not live on land. Crocodile lives both on land and in water and lays eggs. Eel lives only in water, does not live on land. Shark lives only in water and gives birth to young ones. Most species, not X. Crocodile fits all three conditions, so it is placed at X. Question number 31. Anjali's friend suggested the following 4 ways to avoid tooth decay. Options are A. Brush your teeth twice a day. B. Wear braces to avoid enamel decay. C. Avoid sweets, chocolate and carbonated drinks. D. Rinse mouth after every meal. Which of the above ways should Anjali follow? 1. A and C. 2. B, C and D. 3. A, C and D. 4. D, A and B. Correct answer. 3. A, C and D. Explanation. Brushing twice. A. Avoiding sweets, chocolate drinks. C. And rinsing after meals. D. Help prevent tooth decay. Wearing braces. B. Is not a method to avoid decay. Question number 32. An air pump is kept in an aquarium in order to. Options are 1. Enhance the beauty of the aquarium. 2. Make water cleaner. 3. Provide more carbon dioxide to water plants. 4. Allow more oxygen to dissolve in water. Correct answer. 4. Allow more oxygen to dissolve in water. Explanation. An air pump allows more oxygen to dissolve in water, which keeps fish healthy. Question number 33. Which one of the following pairs of life processes occurs both in plants and animals? Options are 1. Growth and reproduction. 2. Growth and food making. 3. Reproduction and food making. 4. Reproduction and germination. Correct answer. 1. Growth and reproduction. Explanation. Growth and reproduction occur in both plants and animals. Food making photosynthesis is a plant-specific process. Question number 34. Which one of the following best describes the features on the surface of the moon? Options are 1. No air, no gravity, no water. 2. No air, no gravity, smooth surface. 3. No water, enough air, high mountains. 4. No water, deep craters, high mountains. Correct answer. 4. No water, deep craters, high mountains. Explanation. The moon's surface has no water and shows deep craters and high mountains. There is essentially no atmosphere, so no breathable air. But the defining features listed best match option 4. Question number 35. A fish dies when it is put in an aquarium filled with previously boiled water but cooled to room temperature. This happens because the water in the aquarium is. Options are 1. Depleted in minerals. 2. Unfit for swimming by fish. 3. Depleted in oxygen. 4. Unfit for drinking by fish. Correct answer. 3. Depleted in oxygen. Explanation. Boiled water loses dissolved oxygen. Fish need oxygen dissolved in water to breathe, so they die in such water. Question number 36. Rekha's mother adds fitkari, alum, to water collected from the pond every day in order to. Options are 1. Kill germs in water. 2. Decolorize water. 3. Sediment light, suspended impurities. 4. Change hard water into soft water. Correct answer. 3. Sediment light, suspended impurities. Explanation. Alum, fitkari, helps settle suspended dirt at the bottom. It is used for sedimentation. Question number 37. Weightlifters are generally required to make more muscles and body mass. For this purpose, they need to take a diet which is rich in. Options are 1. Vitamins. 2. Proteins. 3. Carbohydrates. 4. Fats. Correct answer. 2. Proteins. Explanation. Muscles are built from proteins. Weightlifters need protein-rich diet to increase muscle mass. Question number 38. Which one of the following is a good cooking practice? Options are 1. Cooking the vegetables by deep frying to kill bacteria. 2. Washing the vegetables nicely and then cutting. 3. Cutting the vegetables and then washing these in running water. 4. Keeping the vegetables in sunshine for some time before cutting and cooking. Correct answer 2. Washing the vegetables nicely and then cutting. Explanation: washing before cutting prevents loss of nutrients and removes germs effectively. Question number 39. While teaching how different food items can be kept fresh for some time, Reena enumerated the following techniques to her class. Options are: A. Put in a ball and keep the ball in an open container having cold water. B. Wrap it in a damp cloth. C. Spread it open in sunshine. D. Cut it into small pieces and keep it in the dark. Which one of the following food items is she referring to, corresponding to technique B above? 1. Kaju burfi. 2. Cooked rice. 3. Onion, garlic. 4. Green coriander. Correct answer 4. Green coriander. Explanation: wrapping in a damp cloth keeps leafy vegetables like coriander fresh and prevents drying. Question number 40. All big cities are facing the problem of environmental pollution as a result of a large number of vehicles on the roads. The best way an individual in the city can contribute towards environmental protection is by: options are 1. Not keeping a personal like scooter, car, etc. 2. Getting the engine for environmental safe limits. 3. Using a public transport system for traveling. 4. Avoiding frequent travel outside the home. Correct answer 3. Using a public transport system for traveling. Explanation: using public transport reduces the number of vehicles on roads, less pollution. Question number 41. While performing experiment with water, Jyoti observed that an empty steel ball floats but a small iron nail sinks in water. This can be explained by the fact that: options are 1. Iron is heavier than water and steel is lighter than water. 2. Iron is lighter than water and 3. Steel is heavier than water. 4. Force on a steel ball is more than its weight, whereas force on an iron nail is lesser than its weight. 4. Force on an iron nail is more than its weight, whereas force on a steel ball is lesser than its weight. Correct answer 4. Force on a steel ball is more than its weight, whereas force on an iron nail is lesser than its weight. Explanation: a steel ball encloses air and has more upward buoyant force, so it floats. A nail is dense and gets less buoyant force, so it sinks. Question number 42. Which one of the following sequences of steps is the correct way of preparing a balanced question paper? Options are 1. Writing the questions, preparing the blueprint, matching with the design, writing the marking scheme. 2. Preparing a design, preparing a blueprint, writing and editing the questions, writing the marking scheme. 3. Preparing the design, writing the questions, preparing the marking scheme, matching with the blueprint. 4. Writing and editing the questions, matching with the design, preparing the blueprint, writing the marking scheme. Correct answer 2. Preparing a design, preparing a blueprint, writing and editing questions, writing marking scheme. Explanation: this is the correct sequence of setting a standardized question paper. Question number 43. There are 4 below average students in a class. Which one of the following strategies will be most effective to bring them at par with the other students? Options are 1. Give them additional assignments to do at home. 2. Make them sit in the front row and supervise their work constantly. 3. Identify their weak areas of learning and provide remedial measures accordingly. 4. Ensure that they attend the school regularly. Correct answer 3. Identify their weak areas and provide remedial measures. Explanation: remedial teaching based on individual weaknesses is the best way to help below average students. Question number 44. A science teacher administered a test after teaching the topic on respiration and observed that majority of the students did not understand the difference between respiration and breathing. This could be due to the reason that options are 1. There was usually lot of indiscipline in her class. 2. She could not explain the related concept effectively in the class. 3. She was not their class teacher. 4. The students could not understand the question correctly. Correct answer. 2. She could not explain the related concept effectively. Explanation. If most students did not understand, it shows the concept was not explained clearly. Question number 45. Which one of the following teaching strategies will be most effective for maximum involvement of students in teaching the concept of food chain? Options are 1. Ask students to explore possible food chains operating in different habitats. 2. Ask students to collect related information from internet. 3. Ask students to copy all examples of different food chains written on the blackboard. 4. Make play cards of organisms and ask student groups to arrange them to depict different food chains. Correct answer. 4. Make play cards of organisms and ask student groups to arrange them to depict different food chains. Explanation. Hands-on activity increases participation and helps students understand food chains better. Question number 46. In order to introduce the topic on nutrition in class more effectively, a teacher should. Options are 1. Draw the diagram of digestive system on the blackboard. 2. Show the model of human denture. 3. Ask the students to open their tiffin boxes, see the contents, followed by teacher's explanation. 4. Give examples of different foods rich in nutrients. Correct answer. 3. Ask the students to open their tiffin boxes. Explanation. Starting from students' real-life experience, their own food makes the concept of nutrition meaningful and engaging. Question number 47. After having been taught about the rich flora and fauna in India, the students of primary classes were taken to Ranthambore National Park by the school. This would help the students too. Options are 1. Have fun and enjoy with friend in an outdoor trip. 2. Develop respect for nature. 3. Correlate classroom learning to real-life situations. 4. Develop skills for environmental protection. Correct answer. 3. Correlate classroom learning to real-life situations. Explanation. Visiting a national park helps students connect theory with real environment, which strengthens understanding. Question number 48. The topic depletion of petroleum and coal was taught to Section A of a class by using multimedia capsule, while the other Section B was taught through diagrams drawn on the green board. It was found later that students of Section A understood the topic to a better extent. This could be due to the reason that options are 1. Audiovisual aids engage all the senses for better retention. 2. Green board is not a good visual aid. 3. Multiple approach is closer to everyday life situations. 4. Use of multimedia aids is comparatively more economical. Correct answer. 1. Audiovisual aids engage all the senses for better retention. Explanation. Multimedia uses sound plus images better involvement, better understanding. Question number 49. Samir of class B usually does not submit his assignments to the EVS teacher in time. The best corrective measure could be 2. Options are 1. Write a note to parents about his irregularity. 2. Bring it to the notice of the principal. 3. Stop him from going to the games class. 4. Find out the reasons for irregularity and counsel Samir. Correct answer. 4. Find out the reasons and counsel Samir. Explanation. Counseling and understanding the root cause is the best corrective strategy for irregular work. Question number 50. The major purpose of periodic parent-teacher interactions is 2. Options are 1. Highlight each other's shortcomings. 2. Share the information about ongoing events in the school. 3. Discuss the child's strengths and weaknesses for reinforcement and improvement. 4. Develop a social relationship with each other. Correct answer. 3. Discuss the child's strengths and weaknesses for improvement. Explanation. Parent-teacher meetings are mainly for student progress and planning improvement. Question number 51. While teaching the topic on air is everywhere, a teacher asks the following questions from the students. A. Is there air in the soil? B. Is there air inside water? C. Is there air inside our body? D. Is there air inside our bones? Which one of the following skills is the teacher trying to develop in the learners? Options are 1. Observation skills. 2. Classification skills. 3. Thinking skills. 4. Emotional skills. Correct answer 3. Thinking skills. Explanation. The teacher is asking questions that make students think, reason and analyze, not just observe. Question number 52. A teacher can identify a stressed child when the child shows the following behavior. Options are 1. Hyperactivity. 2. Aggressive behavior. 3. Full concentration in studies. 4. Excessive talking. Correct answer 2. Aggressive behavior. Explanation. Stress in children often appears as irritation, anger, aggression. Question number 53. Which one of the following 4 teaching methodologies, followed by 4 different science teachers, for teaching the topic air pollution is most appropriate? Options are 1. Asking the students to read the topic from the textbook loudly and explaining the meaning of concepts terms. 2. Dictating the answers to all the questions in the exercise after completing the topic. 3. Showing a documentary film on air pollution to the students. 4. Asking the students to collect air samples before and after Diwali, study their quality and tabulate the findings. Correct answer 4. Collect air samples before and after Diwali and study them. Explanation. This is experiential learning, hands-on activity, and the most effective method to understand air pollution. Question number 54. While teaching the topic friction to Class V students, a teacher gave a number of examples to explain that friction is also useful to us in many ways. Which one of the following examples was quoted by her incorrectly? Options are 1. A vehicle stops on application of brakes. 2. We are able to write due to friction between the tip of the pen and the paper. 3. We are able to walk because of friction between our shoes and the ground. 4. An object thrown vertically upwards always comes back to us due to friction. Correct answer 4. An object thrown vertically upwards comes back due to friction. Explanation. This is incorrect. Objects fall back due to gravity, not friction. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more new videos. See you soon.